When you open up the gameplay creation sheet for 49 football, you'll notice you got a lot of tabs along the bottom. Have a quick look at them. Over on the bottom left here, this is the quick play chart for the on the turf version of the game. So if I click on it, you'll see, well, I don't have the teams highlighted, so you can actually change the highlighting on it. So I've got the Raiders highlighted and put them in like a gray background and black lettering. And Denver will give them, they could be blue or they could be orange. There's an orange color right there. So that way you can highlight them if you want, make those changes. This is the quick play version where you're going to roll a d20, which is going to dictate the outcome of what the defense is basically playing. There's also a run era for it. The run era has some slight modifications, knowing that teams ran the ball more and they passed it less, but the pass yardage was a little bit higher. Then you move along here to the game chart. So for any modern day NFL games, this is where you want to be. Playing 1990, the Raiders and the Broncos, getting ready to play that game. So this is the game chart set up for that. There's also a run era, and of course you're playing CFL games. There's a chart set up for CFL because again, there's just slight modifications to the equations that go into making it, and there's also a run era for CFL. This is where you're going to enter the game data to. That's why it's called enter the game data. And how you do that is, let's go to the South team data, which of course is NFL team data. And you can see this is where I've started from. The Broncos and the Raiders are down there. There's all the teams are in here. So starting in 1990, all the teams that I've created, you can see there's a lot. So at some point in time, I'll figure out how to maybe make this a little bit more user friendly. But let's go down, let's create a new game. Let's do last year's Super Bowl with Kansas City and Philadelphia. So let's make Philadelphia the road team. So you're going to want to do is highlight everything that's in this green portion here. So I'm going to click and hold and slide this across. And now what you're going to do is edit copy. And so you can do Control C, which is for copy, or there's probably a command up here. One of these probably does it. I don't know. I just use the shortcut. So Command C for copy. Then you go to enter the team data. They're going to be the visitors. So you highlight right there. And then it's going to be Control V. So you want to just paste it. You don't want to do any special paste any along this one. You just want to paste it. So let's go and see that again. So go to the South team data. Let's go to Kansas City. I'm going to highlight this area right here. You don't want to highlight the whole row. You just have to highlight the area in the green. So now it's Control C for copy. We go down to enter game data. Go right to there. They're going to be the home team. Control V, which is paste. You'll notice along the right-hand side here, this is where all the data is. I should have this hidden, but I don't. You don't want to be messing with that because that's what generates the charts. So now you can go to the game chart and you can see there's Philadelphia and Kansas City. So again, if you want to change Philadelphia, what you can do is pick one of the standard colors for Philadelphia if you want. Or if you go back to the game chart data, you go to Philadelphia. Now you come up here, if you click and you can go more colors and say OK, you'll see it's got that color copied in right here. So now if you go to the NFL game chart, you click on Philadelphia, you want to highlight it, and now you make it green. And they had a bit of a, I guess, a goldy color, or you can just make it white. So anyway, you can personalize it a little bit. Go ahead and make changes to there. Try not to make any changes down here. It will mess things up. I do have a backup of it. And so if anything does happen, just shoot me an email and we can change it. Let's look at that one more time. Let's pick two other teams. We go to South team data, and let's have, I don't know, let's have Washington, and so we'll highlight Washington, and we'll make them the home team. So again, Command C or Control C, enter game data, make them the home team, Control V for paste. There's Washington. So now it could be Philadelphia and Washington, or let's say let's have the Cowboys playing on the road against Washington. So you go back to the South team data chart, select your team, highlight just that area, Control C, go to here, and paste it in. And you go down to your game chart, make your changes to the color if you want, you don't have to. Washington, they kind of got a funky color. So what I would do is I go back to the game data, go to Washington, click more colors, say OK. Then when I go to the game chart, now this is highlighted here so I can get the Washington color. Anyway, that's just a quick overview of how you create the game charts. And well, let's take a quick look too. If we go to the quick play charts, you can see that that's all populated there as well. So depending on which game you want to play. But the nice thing about this game chart, it saves a little bit of lookup, and it has the pressure and the interceptions already done. So you don't have to be doing extra adding from the bottom of the team charts.